Cosmic Girl 101 signing on for the Libra Rising April Astrology video of 2024. The topics this month of April we're going to be discussing in this video is the Sun, the eclipse, the full moon, Mercury, Mars and Venus, and the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. Libra rising, as we come into the month of April, the Sun continues its transit in Aries, which is your 7th house. So the Sun illuminates, gives a lot of attention, and this is what we're driven towards, giving a lot of time and energy towards our 7th house topics, which is all about negotiations, agreements, contracts, our personal relationships, and partnerships of all kinds. This transit continues until the 19th of April. On the 11th of April, the Sun in Aries, your 7th house, is conjuncting Mercury, which is in a retrograde in the sign of Aries. Now, when you have a Sun-Mercury conjunction, this is a reveal, an announcement, a declaration, informational communication that is quite acute and obvious, and very much you're on awareness and alert here to pay attention in regards to all things with your relationships, partnerships, contracts, agreements, and negotiations. On the 19th of April, that Sun is going to be ingressing into the sign of Taurus, your 8th house, Libra rising, until the 20th of May 2024. So for 4 weeks, your finances, assets, debts, inheritances, taxes, your partner's taxes and connections financially are all highlighted for the next 4 weeks. On the 21st of April, that Sun in Taurus in your 8th house is squaring Pluto in Aquarius, which is your 5th house. Your 8th and 5th house in a square aspect on this day could have an investment that is deeply ingrained in your sense of valuables is going to be highlighted on this day as a day of contention. You may be overindulging or overextending in regards to your finances or an investment that may come into contact with a relationship or a partner that's connected to your sense of self-worth and your valuables. The lunations of April 2024 are quite significant, and for you, Libra rising, on the 8th of April, there is a new moon total solar eclipse occurring in Aries, which is your 7th house. This is a new beginning that is starting to expand and grow over time and will be revealed and completed come October 17 when there is a full moon in Aries, your 7th house. Something that is beginning here behind the scenes that is connected with a relationship or a partner. This could be about marriage. This could also be about an agreement or a contract that is starting behind the scenes that is going to impact you quite significantly and come to its entirety on October 17, 2024. On the 23rd of April, we see a full moon occurring in Scorpio. And for you, Libra rising, this is your 2nd house of valuables, assets, finances, also connected to your sense of self-worth and value. So your financial house here is lit up like a Christmas tree, and you may be ending a significant financial agreement or tie. You might be also signing on the dotted line in regards to a loan or a mortgage or investment of any kind. Planet Mars, Libra rising, continues its transit, opening up the month of April in your 6th house, being Pisces. Mars is your ruler of the 7th house of Aries and is your 2nd house ruler of Scorpio. On the 10th of April, Mars in Pisces conjuncts Saturn in Pisces. So this could be a brand new beginning in anchoring in a long-term agreement regarding your career or employment situation. may also see the ending or severing of something that you do on a day-to-day basis that impacts your physical health. On the 19th, we see Mars in Pisces, sextiling Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus, and this is your 8th house of assets and valuables. When you have a sextile aspect with Mars to Uranus and Taurus, this combination looks as if you're very driven to complete a contract or an agreement that impacts your everyday life or your work situation in regards to assets and your sense of stability and wealth. On the 29th, Mars in Pisces conjuncts Neptune in Pisces. This is an interesting aspect on this day with Mars conjuncting Neptune. Mars being all about action and drive and optimism towards the future, conjuncting Neptune, which is connected to imagination, future endeavors that aren't here now, dreams, aspirations and goals for our future, creativity and illusion. So Mars here has us driven to create something quite almost visionary for our future. This is where you could start something brand new that's expanding in regards to your work environment, what you do for employment, and also your pets and your physical body. On the 30th, we see that Mars ingressing into Aries, your 7th house, Libra rising, until the 9th of June. Mars in Aries is at home here, so Mars operates well in Aries. So there could be an escalation in sexual energy between you and a significant person in your life. There may also be some negotiations or contracts that are highlighted here in this transit that you may be cutting away from or be passionately engaging in wanting to cement something concrete for the long term. Personal planet Mercury for you, Libra rising. Mercury rules your 12th house, which is the sign of Virgo, and also the 9th house, which is the sign of Gemini. Mercury's been transiting in Aries, your 7th house, and on the 1st of April goes into a retrograde. So going back over negotiations, contracts, agreements, communication, and conversations in regards to other people and significant relationships and partnerships. On the 8th of April, the moon in Aries conjuncts that Mercury retrograde in Aries. This is the day where you may be going over something that is quite emotional and it may be triggering this day. So forewarned is forearmed. The 8th of April can be a very emotional day in regards to communication or news between you with contracts, negotiations, or a partnership or a relationship. On the 25th of April, we see that Mercury now going direct in Aries until the 15th of May, your 7th house, 2024. All the negotiations and backtracking now, the slates have been cleared and you are now clear in regards to where you're directing your attention and energy when it comes to relationships, contracts and agreements. There is certainty and clarity now here for you to move forward confidently. Venus, Libra rising, is your ruling planet and it rules your 1st house and your 8th house. It's currently transiting in the sign of Pisces, your 6th house, and this is Venus' sign of exaltation. On the 3rd of April, Venus conjuncts Neptune in Pisces. This looks great for a creative project in regards to your work or employment situation that is taking off now or having a new breath of fresh air. Something's been injected here and I would say that's creative pursuits and people being more on board about visionary goals for the future regarding work or a service that you provide to other people. This could also be a lovely day on the 3rd of April for you to start something quite Venusian regarding your physical appearance or your body. If you've been wanting a makeover or want a spa day, this is a great day. On the 5th of April, that Venus ingresses into the sign of Aries, your 7th house, until the 29th of April. Venus in Aries is all about breathing fresh air and really starting something quite passionate in regards to a relationship or partnership that you're involved with. Agreements or contracts and negotiations are up for consideration when we have Venus in the 7th house, and this is all about your sense of self-worth and self-value with other people, and also putting your money where your mouth is in regards to connecting with others. On the 6th of April, we see Venus sextiling Pluto, which is in the sign of Aquarius, your 5th house. A Pluto-Venus sextile aspect looks great for a return of an investment coming to fruition. Also, a lot of pleasure and enjoyment going on between you and a partner, or even a significant relationship. On the 7th of April, the moon in Aries conjuncts Venus in Aries, the 7th house, and this is the day before that new moon solar eclipse. A moon-Venus conjunction in your 7th house looks great for a pleasurable day behind the scenes with a partner. Something that is quite intimate between you and another person is having its moment in the sky of complete integration that feels harmonious. On the 22nd of April, that moon in Libra opposes Venus in Aries. So your 1st and 7th house is in an opposition. And this is also the day before the full moon. When you have a moon-Venus opposition, this is about which is more pleasurable, doing my own thing or connecting with someone else. So I think this is a delicious day of contention of which is more pleasurable, going it alone or doing it with someone else. On the 29th of April, Venus ingresses into Taurus, its home sign, your 8th house ruler, until the 23rd of May. Venus transiting in her home sign, your 8th house of assets, finances, taxes, inheritances, other people's assets and valuables that is significant to you, looks great for things just being in more harmony and flow. You could see a nice return of an investment, or willing to anchor down into a connection that's going to be valuable for you in the future. And a partner may be playing a very big part in this future auspicious investment. Libra rising, now let's discuss that Jupiter-Uranus conjunction for you, which is occurring on the 20th of April in your 8th house of assets, also partners' assets, taxes, inheritance, wealth, and your sense of security. There's a new cycle starting here, so a brand new beginning that looks like it's going to be an auspicious change, even if it seems abrupt at the on-go. This conjunction opposes your 2nd house of finances, assets, self-worth, and self-value. So if you are planning to take on a brand new debt or a connection with a significant person, you may be torn and not quite sure if this is right for you or feels organic. It is about a future asset or investment that is going to be quite lucrative. So if you can just give yourself the space to change up your perception of me versus we and go it together, there is greatness in connection, and it looks quite lucrative and auspicious for growth in your assets in the future. Cosmic Girl 101 signing off for the Libra rising April 2024 astrology video. I hope you have a blessed April, and I will catch you next time.